Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play more Shattered Sky. So, in the last episode we obviously played through the lunatic mode, so this time we're going to be doing the extra mode. So, you might notice that there's like a bunch of extra things going on here. We're not going to worry about these until later. Obviously we have to start with the main extra mode, jet stream level. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Reimu for this one, but worry not, I will play Marissa and Sane on a later episode. But we're going to be going as Reimu, and we'll be using the homing amulets this time, because last time we went with the needles, so I want to differ things up a bit if we're going to go with Reimu again. So, it's been a while since I've done extra, so I don't think I'm going to go for no miss, no bomb, but I will just try to no bomb it if I can. So, on this first ferry right here, it's basically Memo. You can kind of retreat to the sides and then stream inward. And then on this second ferry, there's a safe spot in the bottom right corner, and if you just sit there, then you'll be safe the entire thing. Yeah. And then don't go back to the left yet, because the next enemies on the stage are going to spawn from here. So you'll want to make sure you're on the right side so you can take care of them. Then you'll move back over to the left and start taking care of the enemies that are there. Now you might notice that all these are just aimed at you. I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how it works. Then you'll get this ferry, which spawns bullets from nowhere. But it's not really that hard. These fairies you might want to kill ASAP because you could get a little bit of a dangerous situation if they get too happy with their firing. I don't really bother with vortexes in this stage because honestly you get enough resources to clear from drops, so don't worry about vortexes, you don't really need them. If anything, they're a bit risky to go for. I mean, I guess you can probably get like a whole extra life from the vortex, but again, you don't need it. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do another aimed section before fighting our mid-boss. So our mid-boss this time is going to be Sayuri. Yeah, I told you she'd never go away, but this is the last time we're gonna see her. Well, at least in this game. So, her first spell is like her hardest thing. It's actually pretty annoying because it's basically made to blindside players that are doing it for the first time. Basically, the whole trick is that she'll like immediately start firing aim stuff at you. So if you don't know that's coming, you're screwed. But once you know that it's coming, then you can prepare for it. You might have to wait this out a bit unless you want to really learn the timings well. I just move far in advance so I don't risk anything. I never bother to really learn the timings. Meteor Maze is actually not too big of a deal. The fireball hitboxes aren't as big as you might think, so you do have a bit of leg room, wiggle room to dodge in. Alright. Now the third spell, this one kind of reminds me of the Kogasa spell from UFO Extra, and it works kind of the same way, except the lasers have much wider gaps, and there's like added bullets and not just lasers. I do think it's a bit harder though, just because the lasers kind of spawn instantly after they're done, so you gotta be careful of that. Now, these fairies are going to be aimed at you, so just remember that. Alright. Now, for this section here, you will occasionally get those enemies that fire aimed lasers at you, so when you see them approaching on the screen, just remember that you're going to need to get ready to, like, move out of the way. I don't think you can kill these fairies, if I recall, but or at least not until the very end, so don't worry about killing them too much because you're probably not going to succeed. However, do note that as soon as this section ends, there's going to be more of those aimed fairies, so remember that. And then I'm assuming on the next part, yes, this is the part where you can kill the fairies, and in fact you'll want to kill at least one, because if you don't kill at least one of these fairies, you are going to get walled. And I don't mean you might get walled, I mean you will get walled. And there's more of those laser fairies I was talking about. I mean, most of this stage is basically aimed at you, so it's not even really a challenging stage portion. But believe me, if you want challenging stage portions, you're in for a treat later on. And these enemies aren't really anything special. So just take care of them, take quick work of them, you should be fine. And there we go. Now we're gonna get treated to a symbolic review of the beginning part of the stage. Yeah, it's just gonna go back to the beginning. And it's the exact same thing too. So if you memorize the beginning part, you'll know how to do this just fine. I don't think that was the best way to do that, but I got away with that dodge. And then go to the right for the last fairy because again, it's a complete safe spot. And there you go. So, why exactly are we going out in the rain like this? That is because, even though the meteor incident has been stopped, Reimu still hasn't repaired the barrier yet. And also, there's, like, troublesome yokai that are, like, coming in. Like, for instance, this character right here. So this is our extra boss, Tsukiko Seida, and she has arrived here from the outside world. And apparently she came here with a friend of hers, and a friend who wasn't able to get back into Gensokyo for some reason. So, yeah. And we're basically just gonna fight her, because that's what you do in Gensokyo. So, Seida's fight isn't too bad, although there are some attacks that you most definitely cannot underestimate. That not being this non-spell, because this non-spell is absolutely trivial. This is Mamizo tier non-spells. But I mean, this is an extra stage, so I mean, you wouldn't really want anything too difficult, right? These snake things are a common theme in the fight, so you're just gonna have to get used to their existence. They're actually surprisingly threatening. Like, they're not... How do I say it? They've got this weird thing about them where they'll just kind of curve more than you might think, and they will surprise you sometimes. They're not that bad, yet you can't underestimate them because they are kind of a threat. Now this non isn't really too hard. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. In fact, all of these non-spells are pretty easy. Slithering Starry Path is basically the snakes gone wild. And then there's added stars. So, yeah, the biggest threat here is the weird curvature of the snakes. You really have to watch them, and don't feel too comfortable, because again, as I've said, the way these snakes move is really bizarre. And, I mean, you get used to it after a while, but even then, when you get used to it, you still have to pay great attention of what's going on. Also, she likes to stay away from you, so it can take a while to finish this off, but I've managed it here. The third non-spell is going to be the ball one, I think. Yes. So this non-spell is not really too hard. I mean, that's what I'm going to say for all of the non-spells. Haha. Alright, Glittering Starfield, aka the spell card that I hounded Eridom to nerf over like a million times. So basically, stand still as the lasers spawn because the lasers are aimed away from you, and then dodge the stars as they unfold. Trust me, the first version of this spell card was hell. Now for a repeat of the first non, except this time there are two, so it doesn't really matter whether you go inside or outside of the waves, just do whatever convenient for you. I just try to stay under her, and just dodge the gap that's closest under her, whether it be inside the waves or outside. Again, it's up to you. Meteor Storm, this spell's kind of cute. So it's actually just a circular streaming spell. You want to go outside of the wave. You can dodge it on the inside too. That's what I originally did when I first playtested this. Then Eridom was like, "What are you doing? You don't have to do that." And I was like, "Well, I feel dumb now." Anyway, just circle around. It's really easy. But again, this is an extra stage. So yeah, be careful of the lasers, I guess. They can kind of surprise you if you underestimate them. But again, pretty tame. I think the second non is the one that doesn't let you restream. So yeah, you can't restream on this non, but she will follow you, so don't worry about damage. I even think you can time this out without restreaming if you stream slowly enough, but I haven't confirmed that yet. I mean, don't try to restream, just don't. You're not going to be able to. Heaven Starbow, is this the annoying one with the lasers? Yeah, the one with the lasers coming down from the top. And then I think she adds like bubbles or lasers to... Yes, she does, I remember correctly. Actually, this spell is kind of fun. it's not as annoying as I remember now that I think about it. Just dodge. Yeah, there's no strat, just dodge. It really tests your reflexes, I guess. And oh, that was a bad situation right there. I probably could have avoided it somehow though. But yeah, that is one of the spells that can't be underestimated. Like one of the dangerous spells. Now this non-spell here has an obvious safe spot that's actually intentional. So just wait it out. I think this is okay, exotic moon dance. Oh yeah, this spell. I remember this spell. So this spell's a bit weird. So you're gonna start up just dodging lasers and stars and snakes, and then as this spell goes on, she'll do this thing and this thing and this thing. A third moon should spawn. It'll fire a laser, and then when it's doing its thing, retreat to the side. Now you might be like, oh no, I'm not gonna damage her. Well, you might realize that she in fact follows you, which means that you don't have to stay in the middle. You can just move wherever makes you safe, and you don't have to worry about damage. It's amazing, isn't it? This non-spell is one of the more tricky ones. You're gonna have to like switch lanes, but it's not too dense. At least not this version. Oh, Yokai Wish. This one's a little hard to explain. And yes, you're seeing this right. That's a hint. What I try to do is I try to stay in this area right here, not at the bottom of the screen, because the thing is that stars will kind of reflect from the bottom, so I don't want to be immediately in their path as they reflect, but I want to be close to the boss, but not too close. I don't know. This area right here just seems to be a good way to tackle this spell in, because you can approach things from all sides and not get surprised. The last non-spell is tedious but not difficult. It's just changing lanes. It's basically Mamizo. Yeah, it's basically Mamizo. Alright, Shattered Planet. This is my least favorite spell in the fight. It's not something that clicks with me well. It's a memo spell, I guess, but just kind of like memo it in spell practice, I guess. Don't bottom hug completely, otherwise bullets will spawn up into you from off the screen, and you don't want that, do you? I guess it's a kind of a pretty spell to look at. Alright, Curse of the Wicked Moons is actually my favorite spell in this fight. This spell is awesome. So the first phase is just lasers. And then you start spinning, which was what makes it fun. I like spells that make you spin. Spin to win, am I right? And then you get to stop spinning eventually, and when you get to stop spinning, then they'll just fire lasers directly at you. So just watch from all sides and kind of move out of the way. And now for the final wave. So yeah, it becomes a spinny phase. This is not a reference to Sans, by the way. Even if it looks like it, it's not a reference. It's coincidental. So just spin around until the end. And then the last spell, Demented Universe. This is actually, yeah, this is probably the hardest spell in the fight. I lost a No Miss No Bomb run to this before. Actually, like, that's the reason I haven't No Miss No Bomb this stage yet. It actually isn't the worst thing ever. The thing is that you get kind of pushed away from the center a bunch, which makes it really difficult if you're like a straightforward shot. So if you're a homing shot like I am right now, you have a big advantage. You basically need to misdirect, unless there's a better way to do this. I haven't really practiced this enough to really make that conclusion. But I'm just going to play it non-aggressively because I do have the advantage of Reimu B. And yeah, maybe I should have used Reimu B back then. I might have won. Might have gotten that no miss no bomb had I used Reimu B. Man, that means the only mistake was on that one laser spell that I called annoying earlier. Well, you can't win them all, I guess. I'm still really proud of this run. I think I showcased things pretty well. So, yeah, that was Extra Stage. And, so, yeah. They keep talking about that mysterious friend. And apparently, that mysterious friend wants to battle Reimu. So, I think you can kind of guess where Phantasm is going. So, I'll see you guys next time in Phantasm. Thanks for watching.